Girish Sharnam, Carlos, is everything okay?
Sadhguru Sharanam, my dear brother.
Okay, so everything is okay.
Sadhguru Sharanam, my dear brother.
Yes, we'll start in a few minutes.
Sure.
Sathguru Sharnam, prayers to my Guru, prayers to my Shishyapoojitham, most respected sannyasis and sannyasinis, brahmacharis, brahmacharinis, all members of the Santhigiri family and well-wishers across the world. Very warm good evening to all of you. Well, it's actually good morning in Mexico, and it's almost afternoon in Nigeria, and it's close to midnight in Australia, because the devotees from these three countries are coordinating this meeting, and we have participant speakers from all of these countries today. Today is the 36th day out of a 41 days long Sathsangam, a campaign of a series of Satsangams, which are organized as part of Navapoojitham 98, the 98th birthday celebrations of our beloved Guru. And it's being coordinated by Santhigiri Atma Vidyalaya. These Satsangams are aimed at sharing and reminiscing our experiences of Guru's divine love. Today, the Satsangam will be entirely in English. It's a long-standing request from our non-Malayali devotees, and with Guru's grace, may we have a lot more peace in the future. Let's start the Satsangam with prayer by Adarni Janani Sri Vantida Jnanatavasini.
Sadhguru Sharanam, am I audible?
Yes, Janani.
Okay, thank you. Sadhguru Sharanam. Om Shri Karunagara Guru Parabrahmane Nama. Om Shri Karunagara Guru Satyaprataya Nama. Om Shri Karunagara Guru Ativa Satyaprakashaya Nama. Om Shri Karunagara Guru Ativa Satyaprakashaya Nama. Om Shri Karunagara Guru Ativa Satyaprakashaya Nama. എല്ലാവിധ ദൈവപരമ്പരയും എല്ലാവിധ ദേവീ പരമ്പരയും എല്ലാവിധ ഋഷി പരമ്പരയും എല്ലാവിധ ഗുരു പരമ്പരയും സകലതും എന്റെ ഗുരുവിന്റെ പരമ്പരയും എന്ന് ലയിച്ചിട്ട് ഈ ഒരു സൗരയൂഥത്തിന്റെ കർമ്മശേഷി മൊത്തം ഗുരുവിൻ്റെതായെന്ന് ശക്തിപ്പെട്ട് സകലതിലും പ്രവർത്തിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് ബ്രഹ്മത്തോട് അപേക്ഷിച്ച് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. സദ്ഗുരുവേ ശരണം.
Next, we have Guruvani by Mr. Akhilesh Unnikrishnan.
I'm adding Sadhguru. Do you want to call him again or probably?
Wait a second, Doctor. I'll just manage.
Probably has joined but doesn't have the right to unmute. I don't see a. Doctor, you are muted.
Sadhguru Sharanam. This is a translated version of the original Guruvani from April 1983. From where is the commencement of human life? Where is its end? What should be earned by human life? We have begun this life after reaching what awareness? And reaching what level of awareness? Does it exist today? Conceive this knowledge first and realize. In case if there is no ability for it, after finding out a person, Guru, and standing behind him, learn and realize through his guidance. When trying to find out such a person, it should be known whether this person is a yogi, karmi, who follows the path of virtuous deeds, jnani, who follows the path of wisdom, or bhakta, who follows the path of divine love. Those who are seekers should follow him, understanding this. The person who is found thus should be the one who has bhakti and who destroys one's karma. What is said as karma is the deeds of several births in the life cycles until now, the residue of which are lying, coiled in this jiva. The Guru we find should be able to take upon himself through his practical direction, intelligence, and ascetic prowess the karma of the person who approached him. We may not be able to accept this immediately because we are standing in front of the people who preach and act samashrishti vadam, the idea that everything is created equal. As that concept entered into us, we too became one with that. One should get prepared to enter this spiritual arena after observing and understanding the life of a person who has known the ordained purpose of life and who acts and makes others act, obtaining the blessedness or that personal status through a life dedicated to it. Sadhguru Sharanam.
Sharanam. Next, we have the welcome address by Mr. Manoj Kumar A.K.
Sadhguru Sharanam. Prayers to my Guru and Abhivandya Shishapajita Amradajnana Dabasini, all sannyasis, sannyasinis, brahmacharis, brahmacharinis, and indeed all my soulmates, Sadhara Pranama. As you all are aware, the entire Santhigiri Parampara is preparing to celebrate our beloved Guru, Navajyoti Sri Karunagari Guru's 98th Navapoojitham 2024. As a part of this celebration, Parampara is conducting 41 days Sathsangam, which is ongoing today as well. We, the devotees from the Mexico, Australia and Africa, we are very glad and we feel very proud, and we consider this opportunity as marvelous and precious for coordinating this today's Satsangam. We thank Ashramam, thank God. And personally, I would like to thank Guru, thanks to Ashramam for inviting me to deliver a welcome speech in such a precious and marvelous divine stage or platform. Thank Guru, thank you all, thank you Ashramam. And I think it is time to enter to my duty, which is welcome you all to this auspicious Satsangam. First of all, I would like to welcome Santhigiri Ashramam General Secretary Sri Gururatnam Jnanatapasi in the name of Guru. Swamiji, you are welcome to the Satsangam. Secondly, I would like to welcome Ashramam President Sri Chaitanya Jnanatapasi. Swamiji, you are welcome to the Satsangam. And all sannyasis, sannyasinis, brahmacharis, brahmacharinis, you all are welcome to the auspicious Satsangam in the name of our beloved Guru. Today, our Satsangam subject is Guruvinte Sneham, or Guru's love. This subject will be presented by our respected Janani, Sri Vandita Jnanatapasini. Janani, you are also welcome to this Satsangam today. And Dr. Kiran, Principal Member of Atma Vidyalaya. Sir, you are welcome to the Satsangam. And our devotees from Mexico, Mr. Carlos Guzman. Sir Ji, you are welcome to the Satsangam. And Madam Yanina Vargas, also from Mexico. Madam, you are also welcome to the Satsangam. And from Australia, Mr. Renish, you are also welcome to this Satsangam. Renish will be giving the Thanksgiving speech today to this Satsangam. And Brahmachari Aravind, who will be performing, comparing this Satsangam today. Aravind Ji, you are welcome to the Satsangam. And Mr. Akhilesh Unnikrishnan, you are also welcome to the program Satsangam today. Unnikrishnan will be providing the Guruvani today. And finally, of course, all my soulmates, whoever participating in this Satsangam from the various parts of the world, you all are welcome to this Satsangam. Finally, I would like to dedicate my welcome speech to my Guru's lotus feet. Thank you all. Thank you everybody. Sadguru Sharan.
Next, we have the customary introductory speech by Dr. Kiran Jr., Principal Mentor, Santhigiri Atma Vidyalaya. Over to you, Dr. Kiran.
സദ്ഗുരുശരണം. നമ്മുടെ സർവസ്വമായ പരമകാരുണ്യവാനായ ഗുരുവിന്റെ തൃപ്പാദ പത്മങ്ങളിൽ നമസ്കരിച്ച് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. ഗുരുവിന്റെ വത്സല ശിഷ്യപൂജിതയുടെ തൃപ്പാദ പത്മങ്ങളിൽ നമസ്കരിച്ച് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. ആശ്രമം പ്രസിഡന്റ് സർവാദരണീയ സ്വാമി ചൈതന്യ ജ്ഞാന തപസ്വി, ആശ്രമം ജനറൽ സെക്രട്ടറി സർവാദരണീയ സ്വാമി ഗുരുരത്നം ജ്ഞാന തപസ്വി, അത് സർവാദരണീയ സമാദരണീയ ആദരണീയ സന്യാസീസ്, ആദരണീയ ജന്നി ശ്രീവന്ദിത ജ്ഞാന തപസ്വിനി, ബ്രഹ്മചാരി ഡോക്ടർ അരവിന്ദ് പി, Brahmachari Brahmacharinis, Sri Carlos Guzman, Dr. Yanina Vargas, Sri Manoj Kumar AK, Sri Ranish KK, Sri Akhilesh Unnikrishnan, and other Priya Atmabandhus. Sadara Pranamam. Today's satsang, coordinated by the Santhigiri Cultural and Social Centers in Mexico, Australia, and Nigeria, brings us together across time zones, united by the boundless grace of our beloved Guru. From one corner of the world to another, as Dr. Aravind mentioned, we gather as one spiritual family. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to these centers for making this satsang possible. Today, I am humbled to share with you the profound visions, experiences, and insights that were illuminated by Swami Jyotirmaya Jnana Tapasvi, one of the most revered disciples of our Guru. He was characterized by quiet simplicity, deep understanding, and a profound spiritual insight. Through his journeys across the country, he spread the divine message far and wide. Swami held esteemed positions within Santhigiri Ashram, including General Secretary and President, and on April 28, 2007, merged with the eternal Guru Jyoti. The experiences that Swami shared continue to echo within us, revealing deep truths about the nature of spiritual visions and about our Guru. Allow me to share a quote from one of his enlightening articles, and I begin. I'm actually reading out the whole article, and it starts this way. Although my parents are Malayalis, I was brought up in Kuala Lumpur, the capital city of Malaysia. From a very early age, I began to receive visions of a figure enveloped in bright radiance. This figure would communicate with me, but I didn't understand much at the time. Some of the words were tough and they amused me. When I laughed, the face of the vision would laugh with me. I didn't realize then what this experience meant, nor did I feel the need to tell anyone about it. By the age of 10, these visions had stopped. As I entered my teenage years, I became deeply reflective. Whatever image or concept I encountered in my environment would make me ponder deeply. Naturally, many questions arose, questions for which I could not find answers. There was a lingering feeling that I was destined to meet someone who would provide me those answers. I felt a deep connection with India and sensed that the person I had to meet, most likely a sannyasi, was awaiting me there, though I didn't know who he was. After completing my higher secondary education, I persuaded my parents to allow me to pursue my higher education in Kerala. This led us to relocate to Kerala, where we rented a house in Thiruvananthapuram, and I joined Maravanios College for a degree program. Just 3 months after arriving in India, I had the opportunity to visit Santhigiri Ashram. My uncle accompanied me, and we were going to see my aunt, my mother's elder sister, who was there in the ashram then. The road approaching the ashram looked very strangely familiar. At that time, the ashram was a small thatched hut on a modest piece of land. The moment I saw Guru, I was deeply attracted to him. The way he would briefly close his eyes every now and then fascinated me. There was a question I had asked every sannyasi I met. Is there a God? I repeated the question to Guru. Unlike others, Guru didn't speak much. His answer was simple. Definitely, such a truth exists. You too can experience it. There is an experiential aspect to it that not everyone can impart. After meeting Guru, my childhood visions returned to me. In fact, I realized that it was Guru whom I had seen. The realization made me even more drawn to him. However, I didn't reveal this to my family as their approach was different. Once, upon receiving a particular vision, Guru said, there is a chance that this could be some experience from evil powers. It could very well be from the divine too. Guru asked his disciples with darshanam to check this and then confirm. This is a divine experience, but you need a Guru and you must obey that Guru. Otherwise, you might be misled. By then, I knew that I had found my Guru. I continued visiting ashram frequently. After completing my graduation, I wanted to become an inmate of the ashram. But Guru denied my request. He asked me not to hurt my parents and to return to Malaysia. I obeyed Guru's words, although internally I was not happy. I got a job in a Malaysian bank. I used to write to Guru and he would reply in detail. From time to time, I sought permission to join the ashram, but Guru would not allow it. 3 years passed and my eagerness to return to the ashram grew stronger each day. Finally, I resigned from my job without taking Guru's permission. My decision to join the ashram upset my family greatly, but I was firm in my resolve. I had a feeling that my life and actions would eventually bring happiness to my family. In fact, many years later, after witnessing the challenges and setbacks faced by my brothers and other householders, my parents told me that they were indeed very happy with the life I have chosen. Guru imparted very complex scientific truths in simple language. He interacted with children, seniors, scholars, artists, and people from all walks of life. I learned from my many experiences with Guru. Once I had a vision where I saw some Russian scientists discovering the biodiversity in the polar zone. Trees, grass, and animal remains emerged from the earth. After seeing this, I went to Guru and found him discussing the same topics with visitors, but in more details and clarity. I was truly surprised. Many of my doubts about complex issues were resolved simply by listening to Guru's talk to others. My interactions with Guru shaped my thoughts and perceptions. I had visions about different cultures in various parts of the world. In many of those visions, I saw myself as Guru's son or child disciple. These visions also made me aware of the earth's magnetism, the working of various vehicles, and so on. I saw Guru in command of everything. One such vision involved a vehicle moving fast, with a person in it wearing a serious expression. 70 healthy dogs were running in front, occasionally looking back at the person in the vehicle. I saw myself as part of this pack. I had this vision in Guru's room while he was resting. When he woke up, I told Guru about it, and he said, I had such an incarnation in which I actualized my ideas in a big way. Once I saw a massive rock temple. The stone-hewn steps appeared worn out by the countless footsteps over time. The huge idol inside was covered in a thick layer of dust. As I looked on, a radiance slowly emerged from within it, gradually revealing Guru's form. When I told Guru about this, he explained that he was the spiritual force that had become the nucleus of many civilizations in the world. I had worshipped Guru in many of those incarnations. I was always interested in astronomy. Whenever I got the chance, I read about planets and stars. So I knew about the colors of skies, different types of light, and many solar systems. But the knowledge of life existing in these spheres, its journey from star to star, and reincarnation on earth, I learned all of that from Guru. Once I fell into meditation while watching Guru take food and talk to those in the room. In my vision, I saw Guru seated on various planets and stars in different atmospheres and natures. He was seated on the same chair at the same table, talking in the same way. I heard him speaking on the same topic in my vision. Once when I was praying in the prayer hall, I had a vision. A deep blue sky emerged on the left side of the prayer hall. In that sky, Guru, shaking with fury, was seen holding a large blue figure by the hair, who was heaving as if exhausted by the combat. Guru wielded a sword-like knife towards him and severed his head. Then many devas and devis wearing crowns and royal robes appeared. Nature was vibrating with Guru's fury. Guru later told me that this vision had something to do with the happenings and the prayers going on in the ashram. Many revelations about the universe relate to the supreme position Guru holds within it. Guru's heritage is passed down to a disciple both materially and spiritually. Only the disciple can fully understand the truths revealed by the Guru. Those who follow other paths may not grasp Guru's teachings. But after a few generations, Guru's wisdom will be inherited by people from every tradition. Guru's influence has already been established in both material and ethereal dimensions. A day will come when Guru's ideology will reign supreme. These visions have instilled in me the knowledge that Guru is the perfection of light, encompassing the soul, human beings, families, the world, and the entire universe. Unquote. These experiences shared by Swami Jyotirmaya Jnana Tapasvi offer us a profound reflection of Guru's divine authority and the transformative power of his grace. Guided by Guru's unwavering love and wisdom, Swami's deep spiritual journey reveals the boundless grace that unfolds when one surrenders completely to Guru's guidance and words. The visions and insights that Swami shared are not mere stories of the past. They are living examples of how Guru's grace surpasses the physical realm and connects us directly to the divine. We are reminded that Guru's teachings transcends the boundaries of time and space, continuing to inspire and guide us towards a deeper understanding of the universe and our place within it. Over the last 36 days of our satsang, we have been blessed to connect with Atma Bandhus from Kerala, from across India, and across various countries, various languages, all sharing the same universal message, the immense love and light of our Guru. In fact, we have connected with Atma Bandhus from every permanently inhabited continent in the world: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, and Australia. Just as Jyotirmaya Swami recognized the divine force in Guru that governs all existence, our Atma Bandhus too have seen Guru's light illuminate every aspect of their lives. We have learned that with total and unconditional faith, Guru will steadfastly guide us through the complexities of life. We offer our deepest prayers to Abhivadya Shishya Pujita, who was bestowed the Gurusthaniya, an unparalleled manifestation of Guru's love and spiritual legacy. May Guru's boundless grace be with each of us always. With utmost humility, I submit these words at the lotus feet of our beloved Guru, Sadguru Sharanam.
Thank you, Dr. Kiran, for the wonderful insights on Guru's relationship with one of his foremost disciples. It's so inspiring, and at the same time, it makes us humble thinking about the opportunity that we have in our hands. Moving on, next, we have the sharing of experiences on Guru's love. First, we have Adarniya Janani Sri Vandita Jnana. Invite her to share her experiences of Guru's divine love.
Sadguru Sharanam, today I offer my humble salutations at the sacred feet of our Guru and to the greatest gift given to us by Guru, our revered Shishya Pujita Janani, respected Ashram President Chaitanya Jnana Tapasvi, esteemed General Secretary Swami Gururatnam Jnana Tapasvi, all the wonderful and admirable sannyasis and sannyasinis, brahmacharis and brahmacharinis, and our beloved guardians in this divine family. I address you all with deep respect and gratitude. Before starting this, I must take a moment to thank Dr. Kiran sir for his consistent mentorship during daily sessions. It's not easy and is truly commendable, and also to everyone working behind the scenes to make this event a success. Let's together pray and hope Atma Vidyalayam reaches an international level, welcoming people from all corners of the world, regardless of caste, creed, religion, and ultimately uniting the world with the bond of our Guru's love. It's a great honor for me to be before you all today at this divine gathering as just an instrument for our Guru. especially to speak on a topic that is so profound and boundless that it suppresses human understanding. This love is unchanging, unwavering, and the foundation of all creation. You all know one thing, I have been listening daily to past sessions on Guru's love, which have been so inspiring. When I was first asked to speak on this topic, I thought it would be simple. I felt it would be relatively easy because we all know Guru's love is infused in every cell of our bodies and in every breath we take. But frankly, later I realized it's not simple at all. It's an intense topic, very intense. No matter who we are, where we come from, or what we have done, Guru's love is always there, constant, eternal, and pure. But remember one thing, it's based on the depth of our connection on it. Today, as I speak on behalf of Mexico Cultural Sathsangam, I must say that when I was a child, Mexico meant Carlos' uncle to me. I have seen Guru's happiness when Carlos' uncle first met Guru, and I realized that love knows no barriers, especially no language barrier and no place barrier. Guru's love transcended 7 seas across here and brought him to India to meet his Guru. It's inspiring, correct? I'm truly happy to be a part of this Satsangam. In this short time, I'm not sure how much I can truly share about Guru's love, as even a lifetime would not be enough to fully convey it. Besides, as we all know, it's something that must be experienced rather than explained. I wish to share a drop of what has helped me based on conversations I had directly with Guru when I was a child. I hope this will be helpful for all my brothers and sisters here. Guru's love can manifest in many forms. Being with us in times of trouble, healing illness, and much more. I started experiencing Guru's love at the age of 7. I remember playing with him, sometimes with wet hands or sandy fingers, touching his tummy, grabbing food from his hands, not letting him eat and laughing at his funny jokes. Later in the challenging phases of life, during hard times, I experienced Guru's love as the light that made even tough times enjoyable. The love I received gave me the strength to move forward with a smile during tough times. My childhood visits to ashram were like going to my ancestral home filled with excitement. For me, the Guru embodied all relations as my father, my mother, sister, brother, friend, mentor, comedian, God, ultimately God. The ashram was the only place besides my home where I felt complete freedom. Oh, I have to correct here something. It's beyond my home. I still remember just running to Guru's room without permission from any securities. But when I was a kid, and the Guru pinching me, taking a stick and scaring me as if going to beat me and making me sit there as punishment. Shishya never stopped entering to Appa's room. She acted like she has not seen me peeping inside Guru's room. One thing I noticed was that Guru would always adapt to the person he was with. Let's say, for example, becoming a child when speaking with children and being assertive with adults, showing many different faces. Even after Guru left his physical body on May 6, 1999, I was blessed to be there at that time only because Appa requested me to stay with him. And I continued to receive the same love and care from Shishya Pujita Janani as like all are receiving now. I saw our Guru in her. As a child, I often witnessed Guru holding Shishya Pujita Janani's hands and saying, Amrita is everything to me. I saw the true Guru-Shishya relationship through my young eyes, and it deeply inspired me. Everyone, it's our duty to take care of Shishya Pujita. She is our strength and a living legend, a perfect example of Guru's love to this parampara. The experience I had with Guru during my 5th grade has stayed with me throughout my life. I remember vividly how Guru asked me to do the simple act of holding a pencil and offering water to someone. He encouraged me to visualize this action as if they were being performed by Guru's own fingers. Also to see the world through Guru's eyes and to give with Guru's hands. By doing this, Guru explained, we immerse ourselves in his presence, allowing his light to shine through us and making each of us his brand ambassador in this world. This practice has had a profound impact on me, even in my professional life. Whether I am conducting a meeting or speaking in any setting, I visualize that I am speaking with Guru's lips. When I type a simple email, I imagine that I'm using Guru's fingers. This conscious effort allows me to experience the deep connection where only Guru's will flows through my thoughts and actions. Guru also taught me the importance of Atma Samarpanam, offering our soul to Guru before beginning and after completing any task. He emphasized the power of Agantanamam as essential as breathing. Just a few days before Navaoli, Guru spoke about the significance of releasing ourselves from karmic bonds and traits, urging us to include this in our daily prayers. He also spoke about maintaining balance and the need of our ancestral lineage to transform into Guru's lineage. A true disciple, Guru said, must be willing to go through the pain that Guru himself endured in his life. But with Guru and Shishya Pujita by our side, this journey becomes easier. All that is required of us is the willingness to change and the effort to strive for it. This wisdom continues to guide us and reminding us that with Guru's grace, we can overcome any challenge and evolve on our spiritual path. As we celebrate Appa's 98th Navapoojitham, it's important to remember that there is no I or me here. It's all about we and us. Let's not compare ourselves to one another because each of us is unique, shaped by our karmic traits. Instead of competing with others, our true competition should be with ourselves, striving to become better versions of who we are with each passing moment. This journey of continuous improvement, guided by Guru's wishes, is the greatest gift we can offer in return for the unconditional love he has given to us. By the time we reach the 100th Navapoojitham, 2 years more, that is just a couple of years, let's aim to polish ourselves from inside out, preparing to spread Guru's love far and wide. Everything that happens in the ashram is according to Guru's wish. So let's focus on being a part of solution rather than a part of problem. Lastly, often we seek love and validation from the world around us, looking for acceptance from others. But the truth is, the greatest love we will ever know comes from Guru. Let's embrace this truth and let it guide our lives. With that, I conclude this speech devoting my words to the lotus feet of Appa. So, Guru Sharanam.
Thank you, Sri Antita Janani, for those beautiful words, wonderful memories, especially from your childhood with Guru, that has formed the foundation of your inspiring journey. Next, I would like to warmly welcome Ms. Yanina Vargas to share her experiences of Guru's love.
Satguru Sharanam. It is an honor to be here with you today. I thank our Guru for this opportunity. The love of Guru is life itself. It's life in all its manifestations. We have to allow ourselves to recognize Guru in life itself, even force ourselves, if necessary, to open our eyes, heart, and soul to embrace His divine presence. If you see Guru in everything and in everyone in such a way, you can accept Him, appreciate Him, and act according to your Dharma, which is your life, but in a divine perspective. On these three subjects, I'm going to share some spiritual experiences. Accepting the love of Guru is the first step. Guru's love is manifested in life itself, and to exemplify this, I'll share with you what I learned from a recent experience. I was having a very pleasant time with my family when suddenly I began to feel a lot of internal chaos. That changed my vibration, making me feel intolerant and irritable. I tried to understand the situation, but I couldn't find the cause of what was happening to me, and I wasn't able to contain it either. My loved ones felt the change in my attitude, and although they did not react negatively, they were affected by my strange state. I took a moment alone to ask Guru for help. I asked him, "What do you want me to see in this matter?" And his answer was, "Life." Life. Then I asked, "What do you want me to do?" I perceived two things. First, I should recognize Guru's love in life, in all its manifestations. And also, I should respond with the maximum divine love I could give. Later on, Carlos explained to me that when we feel internally blocked, with less willingness, or we are less tolerant or less loving, is when we should make a bigger effort to be Guru. First, we must recognize that divine love of Guru and repeat to ourselves, "This is something good. It is positive. It is something I must embrace despite the fact that this is affecting me." We must open our heart. That is the key. We should express ourselves with more humility, more acceptance, more tolerance, being more Guru and being less us. In this way, we will be able to manifest the maximum divine love that we are capable of in correspondence to life, which is the love of Guru. Difficult situations are normal. They happen to all of us. They are part of what we must learn to handle as a divine gift. Carlos also explained to me that we should not try to understand these events because we would cause more chaos by questioning. So we should just return to a state of coherence, accepting life as it is. Second point, how can we appreciate the love of Guru? First, by seeing the true reality, repeating to myself, what in my experience is good. It helps me. I thank you, Guru, for all the love that you are giving me in this test, in this conflict, or in this beautiful sunset, in the sweet and in the bitter. I am grateful for all your love, Guru. And mainly, we should appreciate the love of Guru by being happy, but not as we commonly understand it, but in the way Guru recently defined it to Carlos. Being happy is the plenitude of accepting everything and everyone in life. Being happy is the plenitude of accepting everything and everyone in life. On my last trip to India 9 years back, Sisha Pujita Janani instructed me to be happy, but till now I can clearly understand it by perceiving that plenitude that Guru speaks of, by accepting everything and everyone, opening our heart and making the most of what Guru gives us in life is how we experience true happiness. By doing so, we are appreciating Guru's love and we are corresponding it in fullness. And third point, what does it mean to act according to the love of Guru? In the process of spiritual initiation that we are undergoing on planet Earth, we must recognize how Guru speaks to us in order to act according to his will. Last May, Carlos spoke to me because he received an instruction from Guru for me to participate in a karma at a new level, to which I responded with great enthusiasm. I felt very different inside myself, seeing the perfection in life as never before. Nevertheless, I was not able to understand this fully, despite of the information I was receiving from Guru. I did not have the capacity of applying this knowledge correctly in a practical manner. A month later, a second strong warning came from Guru by realizing that the efforts I was making were not in accordance with my Dharma. Once again, I did not respond appropriately to the magnitude of Guru's call. 1 month after this second call, there was a third one, in which Guru instructed Carlos to speak to me. At first, my ego was still rejecting what he was telling me on what to do and how to do it. But minutes later, I reflected that there was in me a strong change of attitude. I decided to open myself and fully receive Guru's instructions, just as Guru wanted me to receive them. Carlos noticed this positive change in my attitude, and that made Carlos speak to me in a harsh and painful manner, which made me realize a reality I could not see before, at a new level of understanding, which I accepted despite my internal pain in order to become a new being in my way of acting, to truly fulfill what Guru wanted from me. Guru explained to me through Carlos that when Carlos started talking to me by Guru's instructions, he was not able to express fully what Guru wanted from me because of my rejection to what he was telling me. Afterwards, I realized that if I could keep being in that erroneous position of being me, I would not be able to reach the level at which Guru wanted me to act. So I just surrendered into him. Because of this, Carlos heavily spoke to me so that I could fully assimilate what Guru was trying to make me understand for the past 3 months. This was absolutely necessary for my change of attitude. As time goes by, and as we evolve spiritually, our actions have to be at a new level because the soul is growing And that was what Guru wanted me to understand, because this was vital for my internal growth. I realized that while performing any action, it is necessary to step aside, to stop being me and try to be Guru in all what I do. I have to stretch myself more and more. As time goes by, letting Guru be in me, permitting him to express himself through me, because only in this way his will can be fulfilled. I am telling you about my experience today so that we can become aware of the spiritual changes that we must have day by day in our being. Guru invites us to reflect on this so that we can focus on a true spiritual path with honesty and understanding, to be able to walk in harmony with Guru's will in our process of spiritual evolution. Guru speaks to us in different ways, and it is up to us to assimilate them correctly in a mental, emotional, and spiritual way, because he is molding and transforming us into a new being. We have to recognize Guru's love in all its modalities, the ones that we like, such as when we get a better job, when we go on vacations, when we are having a good time, when we are happy in life. These are the pleasurable things that Guru is giving us. There are also some things that cause us pain, but are necessary for our spiritual development. We have to experience and accept them, such as problems, illnesses, accidents, and whatever we don't like in life. All this is God's will. We all have the capacity to do this, but it is up to us to open our heart and consciousness to receive what Guru has got for us. It is up to us to open ourselves to his divine love, accepting him unconditionally in every format, despite what we may feel or think, managing and controlling our ego, putting ourselves aside. We must be aware of the enormous opportunity of what Guru is giving us and how can we optimally assimilate his light and love. I invite you to open your hearts and consciousness to the message that Carlos is about to deliver. By listening to this practical knowledge in the Sathsangam, Guru is reshaping our being in a divine way. We are learning something new that, when correctly applied, could bear positive fruits for our soul, purifying our being through his enormous grace. The decision, it's all yours. But more than a simple decision, we need a strong determination to be in this path by conquering the worst enemy that lives within us, which is our ego. It depends entirely on you. Sadhguru Ve Sharanam, my dear brothers and sisters.
Thank you, Dr. Yanina, for sharing your experience and insights into Guru's love and how to hold on to Guru during times of ups and downs to move forward in life and evolving spiritually. Thank you once again. Next, I would like to invite Sri Carlos Guzman to share his experience with all of us. Over to you.
Sadhguru Ve Sharanam. Good morning, my Mexican friends, and good evening, my dear brothers and sisters around the world. Maybe good morning also to some other parts of the world. I am very, very happy to be here with you, and I thank Guru for the opportunity of delivering a message for all of us. We are gathered today to discuss a topic on Guru's love. This is a very important subject because what Guru wants us to comprehend his divine love that is manifested in various ways. Though these manifestations are divine, sometimes we do not understand them, and we misunderstand his love in many ways. Naturally, we embrace its manifestations when they give us pleasure, joy, or happiness. That's a natural thing. On the other hand, we often reject and resist unpleasant manifestations, such as problems, accidents, illnesses, and which can lead to rebellious thoughts and feelings in us. In 1991, when I met Guru for the first time, Guru gave me Upadesha, that is spiritual initiation, by giving me a special mantra. I was told by Guru to pray in the room where Pitrushuddhis were performed 7 times during the day. In those prayers, I had many, many visions, and in one of them, I could perceive a book of my life based on my spiritual experiences. I should write that book in the future, and when I disclosed this information to our Guru, he explained to me that I had to write it, and he said that the name of that book should be My Experiences Up to Santhigiri. What I am going to say today is part of that book I am writing under Guru's instructions. It is going to serve as a guide for the evolution of the soul. We must remember that the main purpose of our incarnation is to evolve the soul and attain mukti, spiritual liberation. Guru instructed me to write this book, and it's a book based on my spiritual experiences, based on my darshans, spiritual visions, and also in how Guru has molded me through the experiences of life itself. In this text, I narrate how he has guided me in my spiritual and material life holistically. It is a book of spiritual experience, a book on how to evolve the soul in a more dynamic way. Guru manifests his love in different ways. When you see a beautiful sunset, when you enjoy a wonderful vacation with your family, when you get a promotion at work, when you enjoy a good movie, a good meal in a nice restaurant. However, Guru manifests himself when someone speaks to you harshly or in an aggressive manner, when someone steals something from you, when you have an accident, when you get sick, when a friend betrays you. In all these cases, Guru is showing his love in a unique way that you must learn to embrace. Everything happens because of a reason. We live in a causal universe. Sometimes that is not clear for us. It is extremely important for us to accept everything and everyone. Of course, trying to correct negative situations in the best way, because that is your right. But understanding that those divine manifestations, that they are divine, not bad, but divine, cause us pain. But they are nothing more than what we need to grow spiritually. And we must see them as what they are, giant blessings for our being. Everything you experience is beneficial for you. There is nothing bad in your life. What you can consider bad may be uncomfortable, painful, but it is not bad. Everything is good in your life. Everything that happens to you serves a purpose in your evolution. Try to grasp this reality and accept your destiny in a productive way. This means embracing challenges, learning from pain, flowing with it, but not holding onto it. If you solve a problem, congratulations. If you can solve it partially or solve it partially, or cannot solve it at all, congratulations. It doesn't really matter that much. Be aware that everything we have to go through has a purpose in life. Everything is perfect, and always focused on your internal growth. Don't resist your destiny. Don't fight the tide. Learn to surf with the wave of creation. When life gives you lemons, remember that they're not necessarily bad, just sour. Everything that happens to you is an opportunity for growth. Instead of struggling with discontent, try to approach life with acceptance, cleverness, intelligence, and also emotional intelligence. We must be prepared to suffer because suffering purifies our soul at a very high pace. Guru said that this path, Guru Margam, is a path that can lead us to liberation through karma and sankalpam, to evolve the soul, but only by performing correct karma in our lives. We cannot liberate our soul. We need additional help, and suffering is crucial in the evolutionary process. We have to understand that suffering is not something negative as we think, but rather very productive for our evolution. And we must be willing to suffer, accepting what we have to do and what we have to go through according to a divine plan that is always perfect. Let us remember that for each one of us, there is a pre-established divine plan that is different for each one of us. We must shape our being through correct actions to generate purity and reshape our soul by polishing away negative vasanas, negative tendencies, and flawed traits that we possess. Sorry. For this to happen, you have to do it in a correct way, in a divine way, placing a lot of effort and sacrifice to achieve it. Remember that you are here on planet Earth to divinize your soul. That's why you have incarnated, and this can only be done by following a spiritual script given by Guru. Suffering arises from mental and emotional resistance to what affected intelligently. So what practical tools can help us overcome the obstacles that our Guru sets before us? Let's be practical. A very useful exercise we do here in Mexico is to take a 3-minute break. Only 3 minutes every 3 hours. Stopping whatever we're doing, closing our eyes, breathing deeply, and slowly for 2 or 3 times, trying to relax as much as possible and disconnecting ourselves from what we are thinking and doing at that time. Then we ask ourselves, trying to perceive our inner state. Who am I in this moment? How am I vibrating? What are my dominant thoughts and emotions right now? What can I do to correct my thoughts and emotions? In this way, you can become aware of your vibrational state at that moment, helping you to renew and transform yourself, becoming the person you need to be. We should repeat this exercise every 3 hours, breaking negative patterns and realigning ourselves to a higher vibration. Set a recurring timer on your phone to remind you to take that nutritive pause every 3 hours. This is a wonderful exercise you should try to do daily. Try to do it, it's great. You can also mentally repeat positive and empowering affirmations focused on personal growth and transformation to help you maintain a healthy and optimistic mindset, leading to a much better vibration. If you want to reinforce your faith and surrender in this Guru Margam, repeat many times every day phrases like, this path is new and unique in the world, thanks to the immense grace of my Guru, with no comparison to other paths. We are blessed to be in this path. This path will save me from a lot of pain and suffering by allowing me to evolve my soul at a great speed. Another phrase could be, in just a few words, I can achieve liberation by truly being a perfect disciple. This can deeply help us strengthening our faith and surrender in our Guru. But be very careful, because surrendering to Guru sometimes triggers an inner battle, as our brain tries to resist change and maintain its comfort zone. Living mindfully in the present moment helps us distinguish between our ego and Guru's guidance, enabling us to step aside and let Guru work through us, embracing acceptance and transformation. In every test that Guru puts us through on this path, we must ask ourselves, for what purpose, and not why is this happening to me? Remember, we must ask for what and not why. Because if we ask why, we are judging, and we must never judge what is happening to us, because everything comes from our Guru and is perfect. Life is a series of experiences that provides us with wisdom, experience, and evolution. But we often misinterpret them, perceiving them as harmful, rather than recognizing the benefits they bring to our soul. As a result, we resist and complain, creating obstacles that prevent us from fully embracing these valuable experiences, delaying our evolutionary process. They serve as catalysts, accelerating our spiritual growth and elevating our soul to new heights. Every problem, every painful experience is a gift from God, a divine opportunity to mature and grow spiritually. Don't be afraid of suffering, please. It's a great blessing for all of us. Every moment, every second, every experience in our lives is perfect. They are perfect. God is present in every person, even those who act unconsciously or with ego and hurt us. So we must ask ourselves, God, what you are trying to show me in this moment? How should I respond? What is the purpose of this situation? What can I learn from it? We must understand that the universe is perfect, and we should respond having a positive attitude, accepting what is happening and not getting stuck on anything or anyone. We must flow with creation. We must take advantage of the opportunities the universe is giving us to grow and evolve. And the key to doing so is acceptance of everyone and everything. Remember that if we accept everyone and everything, we are accepting Guru, we are accepting God, we are accepting creation. And then our evolutionary process will go at full speed. This I can see in visions. This is an experienced truth. This is not something that somebody has told me. Guru has told me that via darshans. This is my spiritual experience. We also need to be happy to evolve properly. Happiness is a mental state. It is something elective that derives from the will. In other words, happiness is a choice we make. We can create happiness within ourselves, but we must be willing to do so. We must generate that happiness because that is part of our dharma. It is our obligation, because if we are not happy, we cannot evolve properly. Happiness is a divine right, but happiness is a divine obligation because it is necessary for our evolutionary process. And a happy person is a person that is not in accordance with God's will. And the clue to evolution is accepting everyone and everything as it is. And when we accept everyone and everything, we are accepting God. And then we can evolve very rapidly towards spiritual liberation. We must understand that happiness is crucial in the evolutionary path. Some days back, Guru gave me a wonderful definition of what happiness was. He said to me in a vision, happiness is the plenitude in the acceptance of everyone and everything in our life. And to be happy should be one of our main goals in life. When we experience that plenitude, when we understand this concept, then we are accepting God fully. And that is when evolution takes place at full speed in our souls. I remember Sisha Pujita frequently telling Guru's disciples, be happy, because it is a must in spiritual evolution. Faithfully following my Guru's instructions, I used to travel to ashram every year, as this was the direction he had given me. Before each trip, I would always ask Guru if I could make the journey on a date I proposed. And for 25 years, the answer was always affirmative. But the last time I was in Santhigiri was September 2017. In 2018, I asked for permission to travel to ashram, but Sisha Pujita told me to wait and that I would be informed when to make the trip. After that, I continued to ask periodically if I could make my long-awaited journey, but the answer remained the same: don't travel for now, and you will be informed when to do so. In March 2024, which was the last time I asked a few months back, I was informed that I could go until the celebration of Guru's 100th birthday anniversary in September 2026. This meant that, this means I won't be able to visit the ashram for a period of 9 years in total, which seems apparently contradictory to the initial instruction that Guru had given me. Nevertheless, I firmly believe that all the guidance I received from Guru through Sisha Pujita is perfect, and I devotedly follow it at all times. Now Guruvani comes to my mind. The words of God may be strange. One just needs to act according to those words and can have everything. This Guruvani clearly shows us that spirituality often doesn't align with logic. My Guru had instructed me to visit the ashram every year for my optimal spiritual growth. But he decided that I should travel for 9 years, I shouldn't travel for 9 years to ashram, even though I had the means to do so on a yearly basis. Each trip to the ashram brings immense benefits to my soul. Yet in recent years, I have experienced profound spiritual changes here in Mexico, and I realized that despite not traveling to the ashram, my total obedience to Guru has earned me immense rewards. Although I didn't receive the blessings from the trips that were denied to me, I see in my darshans that it was part of a divine plan, and my obedience has been translated into gigantic benefits for my soul. Naturally, I long to visit the ashram, to be in such a divine environment. But I understand that true discipleship means obeying Guru's decisions without hesitation, as they always prioritize not only our spiritual growth, but the benefits go beyond our imagination, as they encompass not only spiritual growth, but tangible improvements in our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Guru is a holistic Guru, not only in the spiritual, but in the spiritual and the material. Holistically, he's guiding us towards that spiritual goal that we all want, mukti, spiritual liberation. Apparently, I couldn't receive the immense blessings that a trip to the ashram provides. Apparently, I'm saying. But I can perceive the profound rewards of being a loyal disciple who faithfully tries to follow Guru's instructions. Sometimes the rewards can be even greater when showing obedience. Remember that Guru has got the power to bestow upon us punya and dharma through his boundless love and grace, according, obviously, to our efforts and merits. Through our complete obedience as disciples, Guru compensates us with that and even more, much more. My life is divided into two parts. One before meeting Guru at the age of 33 in 1991, and the other after that year. I remember that when I started my journey to India, I felt that I was going to die in the trip. I had visions in which I perceived that I would not return to Mexico. My journey was filled with chaos, confusion, and problems because I was about to meet the most important being, not just in this life, but in my entire existence. However, I misinterpreted my visions as they actually meant that I was going to die to an old state of consciousness and be reborn into a new one. When I met Guru, I realized that I was dying as Carlos and beginning to be reborn as Guru. The evolutionary pace of my soul before meeting Guru increased thousands of times after meeting him. Yes, thousands of times. This is not an exaggeration. This is truth, an experienced truth. But something I was able to see, this was something I was able to see in my darshans. As time has passed, I felt less like Carlos and more like Guru. My tastes and preferences have changed enormously. This is precisely the process of divinization that Guru offers all of us when we faithfully follow this path. This spiritual path offers us blessings and gifts unlike any other on earth. Santhigiri spiritual system stands alone, unmatched by any other spiritual tradition. Guru once told me that this Guru Margam is something new, a gift of God given to the world through our Guru. It is written in the Padma Purana, a Hindu sacred scripture, that to achieve spiritual liberation, you need to incarnate as a human 400,000 times, 4 lakh births. However, by following the path of the Guru with total faith, devotion, and surrender, that time can be generally greatly reduced. Guru tells us that there are 10 avastas or spiritual levels in the evolution of the soul. And by following this path, instead of having to incarnate an average of 40,000 lives per avasta, you only need 18 and a half years to complete one of those levels. Due to the obvious enormous grace and greatness that our Guru possesses. By diligently and fervently following this path of our Guru, being a perfect disciple, you obviously can accomplish this goal. Your soul will connect with his soul, vibrating and resonating at a very high level, which brings about the rapid evolution of your soul, and thus obtaining in just a few lives what could not be achieved with the effort of performing elevated actions, sacrifices, and prayers for thousands and thousands of lives. Remember that the grace and greatness of our Guru are invaluable. I deeply thank you all, my brothers and sisters, for listening to me. I hope this message reaches your hearts and souls. I love you all. And if possible, I think this is recorded in YouTube. Try to listen to this message quite a few times, 2 or 3 times, maybe more. And try to remember these truths in your hearts and consciousness so that you can not only know this knowledge, but apply this knowledge so that you can convert into Guru. May Guru's blessings be with all of us at all times, my dear brothers and sisters. I love you all. Sadhguru Be Sharana.
Thank you, dear Carlos, for speaking to us a variety of topics, and especially regarding the various manifestations of Guru's love and how it's important to understand that the hardships and suffering that we face in life as Guru's disciples is also a manifestation of Guru's love, and how it's important to go through it with faith and perseverance and complete obedience to evolve the soul. Thank you again. Next, and finally, we have the vote of thanks will be given by Mr. Renish. Thank you.
Sadhguru Sharanam. With a deep devotion, I joyfully offer my heartfelt gratitude at the sacred feet of our beloved Guru as we celebrate the 98th Navapoojitham. It is with immense happiness that I share the success of this Sathsangam held for devotees in distant lands like Mexico, Australia, and Africa. I begin by expressing my profound gratitude in Guru's name to the President and General Secretary of Santhigiri Ashramam, as well as to all the revered sannyasis, sannyasinis, brahmacharis, and brahmacharinis. My heartfelt thanks extended to Janani Sri Vandita Jnana Tapaswini for sharing Guru's boundless love during the Satsangam. Dr. Kiran GR, Principal Mentor of Santhigiri Atma Vidyalaya, for his insightful introductory speech. Mr. Carlos Guzman and Mrs. Yanina Vargas for sharing their moving experiences. Brahmacharis, Dr. Arvind P. for his skillful coordination, and Akhilesh Unnikrishnan for reading the sacred Guruvani. On behalf of the devotees from Mexico, Australia, and Africa, I extended my deepest appreciation to everyone who participated in this auspicious event today. With these words, I humbly bow at the Guru's feet, offering my sincere devotion. Sadhguru Sharanam.
We'll conclude with prayer by Adarni Janani Sri Vandita Jnana.
Sadhguru Sharanam. Om Shri Karunagara Guru Parabrahmane Nama. Om Shri Karunagara Guru Satyapradaya Nama. Om Shri Karunagara Guru Adiva Satyaprakashaya Nama. Om Shri Karunagara Guru Adiva Satyaprakashaya Nama. Om Shri Karunagara Guru Adiva Satyaprakashaya Nama. എല്ലാവിധ ദേവപരമ്പരയും എല്ലാവിധ ദേവീ പരമ്പരയും എല്ലാവിധ ഋഷി പരമ്പരയും എല്ലാവിധ ഗുരു പരമ്പരയും സകലതും എന്റെ ഗുരുവിന്റെ പരമ്പരയും എന്ന് ലയിച്ചിട്ട് ഈ ഒരു സൗരയൂഥത്തിന്റെ കർമ്മശേഷി മൊത്തം എന്റെ ഗുരുവിൻ്റെതായെന്ന് ശക്തിപ്പെട്ട് സകലതലും പ്രവർത്തിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് ബ്രഹ്മത്തോട് അപേക്ഷിച്ചു പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു.